Jai Jagannath. Friends, this is Vasudev Panda. Friends, this is Vasudev Panda. Welcome to Master English. So, late ହେଇଗଲା ପିଲେ. Good morning. So, please. Actually, no, ଶୋଇ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ଲେଟ୍ରେ। ତ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଦେଖିବା ଷ୍ଟୋରିର ଆମେ ଛାଡ଼ିଥିଲେ ଷ୍ଟୋରିର କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଦେଖିବା କ'ଣ କ'ଣ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରେ ଆସନ୍ତା ପରୀକ୍ଷା ପାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟୋରିରୁ ବୁଝିହେଉଛି ପିଲେ ଆମର ଯେଉଁ ନନ୍ ଡିଟେଲ୍ ଅଛି ନନ୍ ଡିଟେଲ୍ର। ତ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ହେଉଛି ଡିସ୍କ୍ରାଇବ୍ ଦ how did the village children react to the upcoming reception of the minister? बुझेला पिले how did the village children react to the upcoming reception of the minister पिले? Okay सुप्रिया, God bless you बेटा, निश्चित भाव में परीक्षा भलो हबो। Okay, so the village children were very curious and excited about the minister's visit. They were excited and curious. They speculated about the minister's daily life, including his diet, thoughts, then health, reflecting the high regards and interest the villager had in the minister's visit. The question. Next question also, what are the narrator's initial reaction to the minister's snoring? What was the narrator's initial reaction to the minister's snoring? The narrator was shocked and disillusioned to discover that the minister snored like an ordinary person. This realization marked the first shock of disillusionment in his life regarding the great man. Good morning to everyone. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଗ୍ରିଟ୍ କରିବାନି ପିଲେ, ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପଢ଼ିବାରେ କନସେନ୍ଟ୍ରେଟ୍ କରିବୁ। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କୁ ଯିବା ଆମେ। ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ହେଉଛି what was unusual about the song composed for the minister reception? What was unusual about the song composed for the minister's reception? The song composed for the minister reception was unusual because it was created by the head pandit of the local school who had no prior experience in poetry. ଯିଏ ଜୀବନରେ କେବେ କବିତା ଲେଖି ନଥିଲେ। ଏଇଟା ହେଉଛି ସବୁଠାରୁ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଜିନିଷ ଏଇ ସଙ୍ଗ ବାବଦରେ, ନାଇଁ ପିଲେ। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କୁ ଯିବା। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ହେଉଛି what did Zandu do when he approached the minister's cabin? ଯେତେବେଳେ ମିନିଷ୍ଟର କେବିନ୍ କୁ ଯାଉଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କଲା? ଗୁଡ୍ ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ everyone. So Zandu actually bounced towards the window, picked up the minister's white cap, and threw a meaningful glance at the narrator, and then disappeared into the grove, leaving the narrator in a state of stupefaction. ମାନେ author, he was not in a state to do anything. ସେ ଆଉ ଏଭଳିଆ ମାନେ କଣ୍ଡିସନରେ ନଥିଲେ କି ସେ କିଛି କରିପାରିବେ। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଥିଲା ନା ପାରାଗ୍ରାଫ ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ। ପଣ୍ଡା FF, what was Sri Maharana's reaction when he saw the minister's bare head? What was Sri Maharana's reaction when he saw the minister's bare head? So Sri Maharana looked ecstatic. As if he had achieved the pinnacle of his world aspiration. His expression suggested a profound sense of fulfillment and contentment, as if he had revived the highest honor possible. ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ bare heads, it was showing the aura of martyrdom. ତାଙ୍କ ଲଣ୍ଡା ମୁଣ୍ଡଟା କ'ଣ ଶୋ କରୁଥିଲା? It was showing an aura of martyrdom. ସତେକି ମାନେ ଦେଶ ପାଇଁ କାମ କରି କରି ତାଙ୍କର ଚୁଟି ସବୁ ଝଡ଼ିଗଲେଣି। ଇଏ ଥିଲା ନା। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କୁ ଯିବା। How did the narrator's friend react to the incident involving the minister's cap? How did the narrator's friend react to the incident involving the minister's cap? कौन reaction थिला? The narrator's friends were anxious and worried about the consequence of the theft. Rather are they? And they speculated about extreme punishment for the thief, and so even believed the cap had special power, reflecting their heightened concerns and imagination. ଏଭଳି ମାନେ ସରଳ ପିଲା ଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ, ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲାମାନେ କି ସେମାନେ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ସେ ଟୋପିଟା ହିଁ ସବୁଠାରୁ ଅଧିକ ପାୱାରଫୁଲ ଜିନିଷ ଥିଲା ମହାରାଣାଙ୍କର, ଏ ବାବୁ ବିରକିଶୋରଙ୍କର। ଆଉ ସେ ଟୋପି ଯିଏ ପିନ୍ଧିବ ସିଏ ହିଁ ମାନେ କଣ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ହେଇଯିବ। ନମସ୍ତେ, ଗଡ୍ ବ୍ଲେସ୍ ୟୁ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା। ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଦେଖିବା। How did the villager including children react to the minister's visit? The villager including children were in awe of the minister's visit. They shouted slogans ସେମାନେ କହୁଥିଲେ, gaped in admiration ମାନେ ଆ କରିକି ଅନେଇକି ରହୁଥିଲେ, and felt small and guilty in comparison to the grand spectacles of the minister's presence and the elaborate reception. ଆଉ ସେମାନେ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ସେ ସମୟରେ ଅତି କ୍ଷୁଦ୍ର ମନେ କରୁଥିଲେ। Next question, what was the Maharaj's reaction after the narrator revealed the truth about the cap? What was the Maharaj's reaction after the narrator revealed the truth about the cap? Sri Maharana, after hearing the truth about the cap, appeared relieved yet resigned. He smiled with the acceptance that while the problem was understood, it was beyond immediate remedy, and asked the narrator to give them information confidential. ଜାଣିଲା ପରେ ଯେମିତି ଜଣେ ଲୋକକୁ ରୋଗ ହେଇଛି, ଡାକ୍ତର ରୋଗ ଚିହ୍ନି ପାରିଲା, ବଟ ଡାକ୍ତର କହିଲା ସେ ରୋଗଟା କ୍ୟୁରେବଲ ନୁହଁ। ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ତାର ଯେମିତି କଣ୍ଡିସନ ରହିବ ସେଇଭଳିଆ କଣ୍ଡିସନ ଥିଲା। କାହାର? ମହାରାଣା ବାବୁଙ୍କର ପିଲେ। ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ ଦେଖିବା ପିଲେ। What was the significance of Sri Maharana's house in the village? What was the significance of Sri Maharana's house in the village? Sri Maharana's house was significant because it was the only pakka house in the area of 20 villages. यार महत्व एठिपाई थिला because it was the only pakka house in an area of 20 villages. 20टा गाँ, 20टा आखपाख 20टा गाँ रे केवल एटा ही गोटे पक्का घर थिला पे। It had been whitewashed on the eve of India's independence, becoming a tourist attraction and a symbol of new era for nearby villages. So next hochi, what were the villagers' reaction to the minister's beret and the donation? What were the villagers' reaction to the minister's beret and the donation? The villagers were full of awe and esteem for the minister and the nobleman's generous donation. They expressed their admiration and paid homage to both the minister and the honor of the stolen cap. परवर्ती प्रश्न देखिबा। What was the outcome of Sri Maharana's political ambition after the cap incident? ए टोपीर घटना घटिला परे एमानकर आउटकम कोन था, रिजल्ट कोन था? So after the cap incident, Sri Maharana's political ambition did not progress further. Nahi, and the episode along with the subsequent forgetfulness of the ministers in politics seem to have altered the course of their life significantly. Sandhya Rani Sahu, art students manangoro easy question. Science पिला मानकर इजी क्वेश्चन आसीबो काईकी ना साइंस पिलांको पई इंग्लिश टा मेन नुह, बट आर्ट्स पिलांकर काई टिके रेंज डिफिकल्ट रहइबो कारण सेमानकर इंग्लिश टा होची सेमानकर मेन, सेमानको पई इंग्लिश टा होची मेन। परवर्ती क्वेश्चन देखिबा। The monkey's paw, the monkey's paw. So what is Mr. White's reaction when she learns about Herbert's death? What is Mistress White's reaction when she learns about Herbert's death? MCQ grammar kariba next. So Mistress White is initially frantic and then becomes increasingly desperate as she realizes the connection between the monkey's paw and the tragic event. ଯେତେବେଳେ monkey's paw ଆଉ tragic event ଦୁଇଟାକୁ ସେମାନେ କୋଅର୍ଡିନେଟ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି সেই ସମୟରେ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର unconscious ହେଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ, what tragic news does the stranger bring to the white family? White familyଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କୋଉ ଦୁଃଖଦ ଖବର ସେ stranger ଆଣିକି ଆସିଥିଲା ପିଲେ? ନାଇଁ, so କଣ ହବ ଠିକ ଉତ୍ତର? what is the right answer? Right answer होची the stranger informed the white family. Yes, MCQ session गोटे करिबा, छोटी MCQ session गोटे. So the stranger informed the white family that their son Herbert has died in a machinery accident at work. Yes or no? At work. And that the company will provide them with 200 pounds as compensation. Compensation हिसाବରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ 200 pounds company ତରଫରୁ ଦିଆହେଇଛି। Next question ହେଉଛି, what does the monkey's paw react when Mr. White makes a wish? Wish ଯେତେବେଳେ wish ମାନେ ମାଗିଛନ୍ତି ସେତେବେଳେ monkey's paw ର reaction କ'ଣ ଅଛି? So what does the monkey's paw react when Mr. White makes his wish? The monkey's paw moves in Mr. White's hand. Yes or no? Twisting like a snake. Twisting like a snake, which causes him to shudder and drop it. Supriya Turba Porikha hochi tu jaudulu ochu. Next question dekhiba. What does Mr. White wish for using the monkey's paw? What does Mr. White wish for using the monkey's paw? Oh, that's. What does Mr. White wish for using the monkey's paw? Mr. White wishes for 200 pounds, hoping it will help pay up the mortgage on their house. Let us go to the next question. Why does Sergeant Major Morris throw the monkey's paw into the fire? Sergeant Major Morris monkey's paw टाକୁ ନିଆଁ ଭିତରକୁ କାହିଁକି ପକେଇ ଦଉଥିଲେ? Sergeant Major Morris throws the monkey's paw into the fire because he believes it has caused enough trouble and wants to destroy it, warning others of its dangerous consequence. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ warn କରିକି यार dangerous consequence ବିଷୟରେ କହିକିରି ସେ ଫିଙ୍ଗି ଦଉଥିଲେ। Next question. What is the significance of the monkey's paw in the story? इस story रे monkey's paw ର significance କ'ଣ? The monkey's paw is a magical object that grants 3 wishes to its owner. It symbolizes the interference with fate and the potentially disastrous consequence of such action. So how does Mr. White feel about living in their isolated location? କ'ଣ feeling ଥିଲା? ସେମାନେ ଏକଲା ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି କ'ଣ ତାଙ୍କର feeling ଥିଲା? Mr. White expresses frustration with their isolated location, mentioning that the road floods every time it rains, and lamenting the lack of attention from politicians to their predicament. ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ chapter को ଯିବା ପିଲେ। Chapter ରହିଲା my mother ହେଲା। My mother होची next chapter, तार किछिटा 2 marks question देखिबा। 2 marks my mother 2 marks, yes. So explain how the narrator's mother financial situation deteriorated after her loss of voice. Question है, explain how the narrator's mother financial situation deteriorated after her loss of voice. So after losing her voice, गोटे थर तार स्वर पलैया आफ्टर लॉजिंग अ वॉइस द narrator's mother financial situation worsened बहुत खराब ହେଇଗଲା worsened as she had to use her savings ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଯାହା ସେଭିଂ ଥିଲା ସେ ସେଭିଂ କୁ ୟୁଜ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିଲା नहीं एंड पान और ज्वेलरी ତାଙ୍କର ପାଖରେ ଯୋଉ ସୁନା ରୂପା ଥିଲା ସେ ସବୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବନ୍ଧା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିଲା ବିକିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିଲା and possessions and face increasingly difficult circumstance ଦେଇକି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଯିବାକୁ ପଡୁଥିଲା next question is what are the impact of the narrator's performance on his mother's and her career कौन हो the narrator's performance was a success and led to tremendous applause ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ passage ଆସିବ ନାହିଁ for mother when she returned however this was her last performance as she never regained her voice ସେଇଟା ତାଙ୍କର ଲାଷ୍ଟ ପରଫର୍ମାନ୍ସ ଥିଲା କାରଣ ତାଙ୍କର ଭଏସ ଆଉ ଫେରିଲା ନାହିଁ ଲିଡିଂ ଟୁ ଏ ଡିକ୍ଲାଇନ୍ ଇନ୍ ହର କ୍ୟାରିୟର ଆଉ ଯାହା ଦ୍ୱାରା ତାଙ୍କ କ୍ୟାରିୟର ସେଇଠି ହିଁ ଡିକ୍ଲାଇନ୍ ହେଇଗଲା नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जीवा हाउ डिड द स्टेज मैनेजर असिस्ट द नरेटर ड्यूरिंग द परफॉर्मेंस एंड व्हाट वाज द रिजल्ट कौन हबो द स्टेज मैनेजर हेल्प द नरेटर कलेक्ट द मनी थ्रोन ऑन स्टेज रे पड़िथिबा पैसा कलेक्शन करिवार से हेल्प कला एंड रिटर्न इट टू मदर एवं तांको मां को अथरंगर मां को चार्ली चैपलिन को मां को से फेरे देला And this interaction, including the narrator's anxiety, amid the audience and increased their laughter. अब ये जो reaction से ये कले से reaction लगी माने जो माने थिले stage पर करे से माने they start laughing. Next question: describe the narrator's reaction during the first performance and the audience response. First performance से narrator's reaction and तांगर performance कौन से ऊपर during the first performance the narrator sang Jack and Jones को गीत गाए थे Jack and Jones no don't mention it not necessary Jack and Jones stopped to collect money thrown by the audience and continued by talking dancing imitating his mother's cracked voice the audience responded with laughter cheers and more money throwing देखिबा परवर्ती प्रश्न how did the narrator's mother manage her career and finance after the separation narrator को मां बातंग माने हस्बैंड टर अलगा हला परे कोन तांगर थिंकिंग थिला so after the separation the narrator's mother successful vaudevillian initially managed without seeking alimony प्रथमे बिना alimony रे काम चलेले because she was also earning 25 rupees a week at the time however jabu worsening voice and declining health from constant work led to reduced theatrical engagement and financial difficulties causing her to eventually seek financial relief तो जेतेबेले तांगर voice धीरे धीरे खराब ही आसिला से बाध्य हेले financial relief पाई क्लेम करबा पे जवाब बेले परवर्ती प्रश्न पाखु परवर्ती प्रश्न कौन so how did the narrator mother cope with her declining voice and subsequent career difficulties how did the narrator's mother cope with her declining voice and subsequent career difficulties Jagannath good morning so the narrator's mother struggled with laryngitis and deteriorating voice leading it to fewer theatrical engagements. She didn't seek alimony, relying instead on her own earnings until her death issues cursed over career setbacks. Rupali, good morning, beta. परवर्ती प्रश्न को जुड़ा. Next question. Next question होची तमरो को ध्रुविले. The last story that is stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay hungry, stay foolish. First question. What was Steve Jobs' living situation like after he dropped out of college, and how did he manage financially? College ru बाहरिला परे financially से केमती manage करेंगे? This is the question. So after dropping out, Jobs slept on friends' floors. Then and earned money by returning Coke bottles. For deposits, he walked 7 miles each Sunday. 7 miles each Sunday for a meal at the Hare Krishna temple. Hare Krishna temple पर गोटे good meal खाइबा ପାଇଁ 7 miles से चलिकी जाउथले प्रतिदिन. Reflecting a frugal but resourceful lifestyle. परवर्ती प्रश्न होचे, how did Steve Jobs firing from Apple ultimately benefit his career personal life? नहीं बोले केमिति तांकर पर्सनली तांको हेल्प करथिला केमति हाउ so how did Steve Jobs firing from Apple ultimately benefits his career and personal life? Being fired allowed Jobs to start a new, leading to significant achievements like founding NEXT and Picture. सेठू फायर हवा परे से फायर हवा परे ये बाबू पूरा फ्री हो जाइथिले जा फल ये माने एनएक्सटी वाला गोटे कंपनी और पिक्चर वाला गोटे कंपनी माने दुईटा कंपनी से सेट करि परथिले which created Toy Story. It also paved the way for his return to Apple. आउ एहा द्वारा तांकर रास्ता सरल हैला कोटु को फेरिवार एप्पल को फेरिवार and contributed to the company's resurgence. Additionally, he found personal happiness with his wife and family. परवर्ती प्रश्न देखिबा. What was Steve Jobs' reaction to being fired from Apple? Oh, okay. We have already discussed this. परवर्ती प्रश्न होची, how did Steve Jobs view and relationship between his college experience and his later career success? Question कौन दिला? How did Steve Jobs view the relationship between his college experience and his later career success? कहो, Jobs saw his college experience, particularly the calligraphy class, as a crucial element that contributed to his later success. से बाबू थिले एटा गोटे crucial जिंसो जोटा तांकर सक्सेस सहित अंगांगी भावे जड़ित. He believed that the skills and knowledge he gained unexpectedly influenced his innovative work in computer design. Also विश्वास करुथिले जे सेही समय रे से माने जो से जो स्किल्स शिखिथिले सेटा जेतेबेले से कंप्यूटर माने शिक्षा कर तयारी करचंती से समय तांकू हेल्प करछि. परवर्ती प्रश्न, why did Steve Jobs initially choose to drop out of Reed College and how did he feel about his decision later on? काहेकि एवं किपरि से तांकर कॉलेज छाड़िबा कथा को निष्पत्ति नै जंदी. So Steve just dropped out of Reed College because he felt that continuing was not worth the expense. कारण से भाबुथिले जति खर्च होउची से खर्चर वैल्यू किछि नै सेठी जहा पाठ पढ़ा होउची नै and had no clear vision for his future एवं फ्यूचर से कोन करबे से जानि नथिले. बुझिला बिले. And later, he considered this decision were one of the best he ever made as it allowed him to explore his interest freely. जार किछ क्वेश्चन लास्ट को 2 मिनट कथा. Next question हला, what did Steve Jobs learn from his experience of dropping out and living in less comfortable conditions? So Jobs learned to appreciate the value of following his curiosity and intuition. His experience, including sleeping on floors and eating frugally, led him to discover calligraphy and other interests that eventually proved to be valuable in his career. परवर्ती प्रश्न देखिबा. What was Steve Jobs' biological mother initially hesitant to let him be adopted by his parents? काहेकि से दवा पे चाहू नथिले. His biological mother was reluctant because his adoptive parents had not graduated from college. एथि पई जे जे तांको अडॉप्ट करुथिले जो करबा पे जाउथिले से माने ग्रेजुएट नथिले. and contrary to her wishes for him to be adopted by college graduates ତାଙ୍କର ଇଚ୍ଛା ଥିଲା ଯେ ତାଙ୍କ ପୁଅକୁ ଯିଏ accept କରିବ ସେମାନେ କଲେଜ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏଟ ହବା ଦରକାର ବିନା କଲେଜ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏଟ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ସେ ଦେବେ ନାହିଁ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ହେଉଛି ପିଲେ କ'ଣ How did Steve Jobs reflect on the nature of life and personal fulfillment in his speech? So Jobs reflected on life by emphasizing the importance of living authentically and pursuing one's passion. Authentic way re boncho nijo passion ku follow karo. He encouraged graduates to seek what they love. He encouraged graduates to seek what they love. जो जिनस इच्छा करूछ ताकू पाइबा पई चेष्टा करो नहीं these are the two things he had advised the reader. Next question देखिबा how did Steve Jobs view the role of failure in his life and career? Life रे तांको जीवन रे तांको career रे failure टाकू से केमती नहीं चंती Jobs viewed failure as a catalyst for growth and creativity. Growth ପାଇଁ ଏବଂ creativity ପାଇଁ failure ଟା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ. He saw his firing from Apple as a painful but necessary experience that led to new opportunities. New opportunity ତାଙ୍କୁ ମିଳିଲା ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ when he was fired from Apple. नहीं? And achievements, ultimately helping him to appreciate his work and life even more. ଯାହା ଫଳରେ से काम विषय जीवन विषय आउ किसी अधिका जानी पारिले नहीं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन हाउ डिड स्टीव जॉब्स यूज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ डेथ एज अ टूल फॉर मेकिंग लाइफ डिसीजन डेथ टाकू शेष क्वेश्चन शेष प्रश्न हाउ डिड स्टीव जॉब्स यूज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ डेथ एज अ टूल फॉर मेकिंग लाइफ डिसीजन. So Jobs used the idea of death to clarify what was truly important to him. मृत्युटाକୁ से ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଟା ଦେଖେଇବା ପାଇଁ କି ଜୀବନରେ କୋଉ ଜିନିଷଟା ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ what is truly important. Yes or no? By imagining each day as his last ସେ ଯେମିତି ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ଦିନ ହେଉଛି ତାଙ୍କ ଜୀବନର ଶେଷ ଦିନ to focus on what matter most and disregard tribal fears of external pressure, so which helped him make meaningful choices and follow his heart. ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ମିନିଂ ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଠିକ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷକୁ ସେ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନେଉଥିଲେ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ କରିବା କଥା ସେଟା କରୁଥିଲେ ଆଉ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଆଭଏଡ୍ କରିବା କଥା ତାକୁ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ଆଭଏଡ୍ କରୁଥିଲେ. ତ ଇଏ ଥିଲା ବେଲେ 2 ମାର୍କ୍ସ ସିଲେକ୍ସନ ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଦ ଷ୍ଟୋରି ଇଟସେଲ୍ଫ. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯଦି କାହାର କିଛି କ୍ୱେରି ଅଛି 1 ମିନିଟ୍ ସମୟ ଅଛି ତମ ପାଖରେ 1.5 ମିନିଟ୍ ଭିତରେ ଯଦି କାହାର କିଛି କ୍ୱେରି ଅଛି ତମ ପଚାରି ପାର. ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସେସନ 7ଟା ବେଳେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଯିବ 5 ମିନିଟ୍ 7 ମିନିଟ୍ ପରେ. ନେକ୍ସଟ सेशन आ गोटे एमसीक्यू सेशन पिला मानकु टिके एनकरेज करिवा पे गोटे सेशन करबा अछि. सो व्हाट इज योर क्वेरी? नहीं कार किसी क्वेश्चन? ओके, सो लेट्स सम ऑफ द सेशन.